So I have been prompted to create this video because of something very, very close to my heart. This world is in such disaster. If you've seen any of the events happening in the world at the moment, then you will know that we are at such a critical point in our history and something needs to give. There have been a lot of movements now to raise awareness about all of this, but are we really going about this in the right way? You know, to make a lasting difference, we need to change the dream of the world. And to do that, we each need to go to work on ourselves. You know, right now we are living in a world of consumption, of technological advancement, of acquisition, of this is mine, don't touch it. And without any regard or consequence to the natural world or even in our own future. You know, a lot of the problems that we face, they're as a result of us feeling separate or feeling alone. But what we're forgetting to realize is that you are part of the land. You know, it's your food, it's your home, it's your body, and it's you. When we kill a part of our ecosystem, we are killing ourselves. You know, in this modern world that we live in, we are in a trance. You know, we're living a dream that is threatening to destroy not just the health of ourselves, but of the whole planet. And even more ridiculous is that this trance causes us so much pain. Collectively, we're unhappy, we're unfulfilled, we're separated from togetherness. Our society is on a completely unsustainable, soul-destroying path, and we can all see the severity of where this pattern is taking us. You know, society as a whole, we're separated and we're miserable and we're angry. Just look around you at what is happening. When we're upset, we shout at each other rather than coming together. You know, when we're lost, we follow a path of self-destruction rather than asking for help, because we're just too afraid of what people might think of us. You know, when we're in trouble, when we're hurt, we're too proud to admit that we can't do it alone. We treat animals with such disrespect because we feel we have a power over them, and we treat the land as a resource to be used up rather than our home, without considering that it's actually our only source of food. You know, take a look at your own life. How do you react when something doesn't go your way? When you're upset, how do you treat those around you? Do you project your anger onto them? Do you try and make them feel as bad as you feel? There comes a point when we've just got to ask ourselves, when is everybody going to say enough is enough and snap out of this bubble that we've built for ourselves? It's destroying us and it's destroying you. You know, we have no time to waste if we all want a future, and more than that, if we want a future to be proud of. It's time to wake up and work together. If you want to experience true peace in your lifetime, true joy and true love, if you want your children to experience these things, and your children's children, if you want them to experience the incredible beauty that this earth has to offer, then we must come together and we must do it now. I want us to bring forth a sustainable, fulfilling, and a morally just future on this planet, so that we can all experience the bounty of life. There's so much to experience and it's here for us right now. But to do this, we must all look very, very closely at ourselves. We must see that every choice that we make has a consequence. But the first thing that must happen is acceptance and awareness. You know, no more feeling sorry for ourselves, no more playing the victim, no more taking our own situation out on whatever and whoever is around us. We are absolutely and entirely responsible for everything in our own lives. Every decision, every friendship, every situation. And we are absolutely all responsible for what is happening on this planet. You know, no amount of anger, frustration, or denial is going to help that situation. And don't sit there and think that it's nothing to do with you, because we are all part of this. We all have a part to play in this jigsaw of life. You know, in truth, no human being of pure love would inflict pain on another living creature on this earth. No human being of pure love would knowingly inflict pain on another living creature on this earth. So if you find yourself projecting your anger or your pain on someone around you, it is because you are hurting. You are not receiving the love that you need. You are not happy, and you are not dealing with it yourself. Now, this is what has led us to such a consumerist world. You know, we are hurting so much that we feel a constant need to fill our lives with all this stuff to distract us from what is really going on inside of us. You know, we need more furniture even though the house is already full. We need toys, we need twinkly lights in 5 colours, we need another pair of shoes, we need this, we need that. You know, it sounds ridiculous, but this is the reality we've chosen for ourselves. We've created it for ourselves. And this is the reality that we support every single day, despite not enjoying it. You know, we live in a culture of fear with so much distraction. Just turn it all off. Turn all of the distraction off. You know, facing that feeling, it's painful. And staring ourselves in the face and facing our guilt, facing our sadness, facing our denial and our pain, it takes courage. And you know, this is the distraction. As soon as you get serious, you know, the distractions, they're there. It's much easier to take everything out on someone around you, causing a conflict and causing the other person to hurt, because it makes you feel better. This is what is really happening in an argument. It's a struggle for love. It's a struggle to get rid of the burden. But this is not just. This is not how we're meant to live. It's merely a cry of help from yourself, from your heart. But it's up to you to stop yourself doing this and consciously choose how to deal with the situation more effectively. You know, we are supposed to empower each other, to encourage each other, and to be creatures of pure love. And we've forgotten who we are behind all of this buried hurt. And until we stand still and face it, we will continue walking in this bubble of misery that so many walk in every day. Now, you're sentencing yourselves to a life of misery. And what so few people realise is that in each of you, you have the power within you to make such incredible change. Don't think that you're inadequate in any way. Every individual is just as crucial in this movement towards a better life for us all. And every choice you make can and will make a difference. Think about it. Every cell in our body has a part to play in our existence. You know, every leaf on the tree, every root of the tree has a part to play in its life. And we are no different. We are each profoundly connected parts of an interconnected whole. All vital elements of what I like to call the dance of life. We're all pieces of the jigsaw puzzle of the earth. We're all individual bricks that make up the bridge that will lead us to our joy. Really think about it. And the sooner we all understand this, the sooner we can move forward in our lives and start to enjoy every moment that comes our way. With all this chaos going on around us, it's so easy to get distracted and focus on the negativity and the destruction. But in everything there must be balance. You know, we must remember that the possibility of our times is far, far greater than the crisis. The possibility of our times is far, far greater than the crisis. This is such a turning point for humanity. Now, in the Western world, we've experienced amazing technological advances that we could only have dreamt about before. It's incredible. But what we need to ask ourselves is, where are these advancements taking us? We're in a period of great change, and a big trend at the moment is tribal culture. We're becoming more and more curious about their way of life and their ancient traditions, because it's answering questions for us about true fulfillment in life, which so many of us lack. You know, they have fulfillment, they have joy, and they have purpose to life, for the nourishment of their own soul. And in all of these advancements that we've had with technology, we've forgotten those simple things that make life worth living. You know, things aren't enough for us anymore, and they have never been enough. We now need to integrate these two worlds, the tribal culture and the modern society, without minimizing the value of our knowledge. You know, we need to bring together these two ways of knowing, keeping the good and rejecting the bad, for the benefit of all of us. And we need to be aware of what we are doing and what we are creating in our lives and the universe. Because only with awareness can we begin to create the change that we want to see. So I ask you all to look at yourself. What does your heart need? Forget your mind, forget your ego, forget what other people think. What does your heart need? What does your soul need? And you know, it's not going to be easy. We all have a lot of pain to work through. We all have a lot of fears. And it will take courage. But if you want to get to the root of yourself and live the life that you are meant to live, filled with so much love and so much joy, then you must start with yourself. There is no love greater than that which you give yourself. And think about it. Should everything be taken away from you? Should you lose everything but yourself? What would you be left with? And if the answer is not much, and if you are not where you want to be in life, if you're not happy, then now is the time to assess every single aspect of your life and make some serious changes. Heal old wounds, forgive grudges, and face the things that scare you the most, and push yourself out of your comfort zone. Just do something different. Only then will you grow into the person that you really are. You know, confronting the reality of this world, it might be uncomfortable, but it's an absolutely necessary step if we are to uncover some of the greatest possibilities that our world may ever have seen. And remember that we're all going through our problems. We're all experiencing this change, but we all have the same insecurities. We all have the same abilities. We all want the same out of life, and we all need each other. We can't do this alone. You know, seeing the destruction in this world breaks my heart. But what breaks my heart even more is seeing so many of you wasting your potential without any love for yourself. You are the most precious being in your life. And you must spend more time in your life nurturing and working on yourself than anything else. It's always baffled me why so many people would work 40, 45 hours a week on, you know, working for someone else on something that really is irrelevant, but not spend equal amounts of time working on your own happiness. You know, despite what any of you might believe, there is a God in this world, and that God is within each and every one of us. It beats with every beat of our heart, and it cries through every tear that we cry. You know, there is nothing more beautiful than truth in this world. And the truth in you is screaming at you to let it out. If you want to change, then get a pen and paper out right now and write. Write what you want to see in your life. Write what needs to change. Write out solutions rather than more problems. You know, so many of us are guilty of focusing on the problems and talking about and complaining about our problems rather than actually coming up with solutions for them. So do it now. Write out your solutions. Write everything that flows from your heart and forget what is in your head telling you that it's ridiculous or embarrassing or pointless or what are they going to think. You know, this world is so beautiful. But it's up to you to see it that way. And if you want to be a part of the most incredible change happening on this earth right now, then we must work together to grow ourselves. You know, we haven't lived in our hearts for thousands of years, but the truth is, it's so simple, it's easy, and a child could do it. Everyone can do it. You know, when you find the space within your heart, everything changes in your life. You don't do things physically out in the world anymore. You do everything from within your heart, and your heart really does create what your external world is. It's just another way of being, and it's a very ancient way of being. But it used to be this way. We've just long forgotten all of this stuff. You can do this, and everyone can do it. We have to step into our power. We have to step into our power and let go of the mind. That is the only thing holding you back. And if you do, if you learn to live not in your brain but in your heart, not in a logical thinking world, but a world that is female and with the heart, that you begin to love people and your life and your situations and everything that comes to you, your life becomes easy and simple and so beautiful. Now, I pray that you will just let go and explore. You know, everyone can live a life in freedom and love, but it is up to you to make it that way. And for anyone that feels moved by this, I encourage you to comment and start conversations about this. You know, listen to each other, connect with each other and support each other, because we are all in this together. We are not alone. Thank you so much for listening, and I can't wait for you all to experience the light in this incredible world. There's so much beauty for you all to witness. Just open your eyes. I love you all so much, and I am totally here for you.